Hi there. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how that I would get rid of background noise in an interview clip. And first of all, we're going to open the clip in Audition. You can do that from within Premiere, or you can do that like I'm going to do it, just open it. I have it set up in my Finder in my system that it will automatically, WAV files will automatically open in Audition. So when it opens, you may or may not see this little heat map thing, and I think it's important to be able to see it. So you want to click and grab this bar here and drag it up. Now what this is going to show you is time-wise, this coordinates with the waveform up here. You see how this looks very similar to that. So it's going to show us kind of where the noise is. If you've got like a battery that's dying on a microphone, and you've got like a little squealy hiss or something around 10 or 15K, it'll just show up as a line across here. I've had a bird in an interview that was in the background, and I was able to just kind of dip it out because you could see it was very, very clear. Little bird marks, little bird chirps were showing up in the heat map there, so I was able to get rid of it. I kind of like to think of this as like the Photoshop of audio. So what we can see here is this everything below one kilohertz. It's pretty strong here. Now that's a lot of where voice is. That's a lot of where our bodies actually resonate when the voice is speaking, which gives the presence, gives the background kind of to our voices. Now where voices are understood is more in this like 2K range. So we want to just kind of play around with getting rid of our background noise and see what we can do here. So first of all, I'm gonna play this back.
A bit about like what your life is like.
Okay, so turn that up just a touch.
At first, I was a little nervous.
Okay, there we go. And so what you get is a bit of background noise.
Life is like.
Now, there's a few things you could do. One, you could find a stretch that doesn't have any talking, and you could play that back. Okay, you could actually capture that as a noise print. Noise reduction and restoration. You can capture the noise print, and then select it all. And what that does is takes those frequencies, and then it'll use them to get rid of the noise. So go into noise reduction. Sorry, that showed up on another screen over here. Let me pull it in. So that shows us our noise, and we can.
Friends you've made and how you met folks.
You can hear how that really degrades the sound quality. You can.
At first, I was a little nervous.
That's it, 100%. It gets pretty.
It never really dawned on me that going to another country, people don't just speak English, and that.
So you could do it by that. You could do it that way.
English. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind.
It's kind of like the first step. I'm actually not going to apply that because I'm going to show you another way to do it. Instead of listening and using the noise print, what I'm going to do is I'm using this down here, and I see that there's a lot of stuff going on below 500. I'm going to pull up an EQ, and I like the parametric EQ. And with a woman's voice, you can pretty much cut everything with this high pass filter. So everything above a certain frequency will pass through. It's kind of like opening the gate. So I'm going to cut everything above 200 for a woman's voice. With a man's voice, you're probably going to have to drop it down to like 150 or 100 because there's a lower resonance there, of course. This gain selection here, it's actually like how much of a reduction do you want. If you do 6 decibels per octave, it's like that. Think of your X and Y coordinates here. Y is your 6 decibels and X is your octaves, and you can see how it kind of changes your arc there. So I'm going to actually pull it down to 36 and see what that does for me.
Friends you've made and how you met folks, and what a little bit about like what your life is like. At first, I was a little nervous to make friends.
So you can see it starts to pull out.
It
starts to pull out those lower frequencies. And then another thing I would do is I just kind of like to start searching. So
going to another country, people don't just speak English, and that I'd have to find friends that speak English. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind.
So right there around 300 is kind of where I'm starting to hear some things. So let's just dip that down.
Friends you've made and how you met folks, and what a little bit about like what your life is like. At first, I was a little nervous to make friends.
what happens there is that her voice, it starts to lose its presence because we've taken out a lot of the resonance there. This Q, or the width is what it's called here. Q is the standard term in audio world. If you go down, it's a wide Q, and if you can kind of focus this frequency. That's what we're going to do. So let's make it narrow. Let's listen
It really
again.
dawned on me that going to another country, people don't just speak English, and that I'd have to find friends that speak English. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind.
So you don't want to kill it too much, but you can take out a little bit. Let's see what it sounds like.
Made and how you met folks and what a little bit about like what your life is like.
So it's kind of less annoying, that background noise. Let's make this a little bit of a steeper curve.
At first, I was a little nervous to make friends. It never really dawned on me that going to another country, people don't just speak English.
So what I see in the benefits of this, as opposed to using the noise print, is that it leaves less artifacts in the woman's voice. It leaves there's still some noise in there, but noise adds kind of life and color. So that's kind of how I would go about it. I don't always use the noise print. I would prefer to try to get things out with an EQ. So yeah, just open it up in Audition. Look at the heat map, see where you are with your frequencies, especially if you've got like a really defined kind of hum or something you want to get rid of. If you've got the defined hum or the little bird thing like I was talking about, you can actually go in and kind of erase things. Boom. And it's gone. It's kind of pretty freaking weird. That would be one way I would get rid of treble noises. But for the overall noise of like an air conditioner or refrigerator or something like that, I would use parametric EQ. Now once all this is done, you need to select all and then click apply and then go back and listen.
At first, I was a little nervous.
You can undo and you can actually see the difference in the waveform here. How things kind of disappear out of this bottom. That was the before and this is the after. So that's basically all. And then once you save the changes and quit Audition, then those changes will be reflected in your Premiere document or anywhere this file is linked to. Now you want to make sure that you don't adjust the original, always adjust the duplicate. So that's kind of it. That's how I would do it, and I hope that's helpful.